Hey folks, ACCG here, and in today's video we have another versus video. I'm being the one on the left playing Pluffy and Joe on the right playing Nami here. Sorry if the audio quality on this video is a little bit lower than usual. My Yeti is playing up right now, so I have a new wire on order, which is the problem, but we'll just have to deal with what we've got. We can start here that I swing 4-5 and then use leader ability to go to 4, tap the 4 and play a 4-6 vanilla. This matchup is definitely weighted towards Pluffy, seeing as how I can self-damage when Nami obviously likes to lock the opponent off the ability of getting any of their life and run out of resources, whereas that I get to do both. One thing that we did talk about in this matchup is that it's probably to Nami's advantage to actually swing into the Pluffy, because I'm going to self-damage, and each self-damage just equals a free done, so it makes sense to attack with the leader a bit and attempt to get a leader ability going off with the Nami here. So that's what Joe's thinking about now. He just puts it down under and swings 6 into lead. I take it, I believe, it was a bit low in counter at the time, or like the cards that I did have that had counter were like quite valuable. Like you could see the blocker kit there, and then I draw the Gum Gum Rain. Joe uses the Sedge's Pilaf to draw another 2 cards here, and then I start the turn by drawing for turn and using leader ability to go to the 7th done. So I want to be attacking for 5s and 7s in this matchup, just to like force it so that his vents don't get a value here. Most of them being 2Ks that stops, or I'm at least just getting 1 card and I'm not just being stopped when attacking 6 with lead, for example, or 6 with this character here. I swing 7 here and Joe takes it, and we see that he gets a trigger here with the Impel Down All Stars, I believe that is. On trigger it allows you to draw 2, and then I swing 5 with Pluffy here. Joe does decide to take this one, which I do think is a bit of a mistake, but I don't think he expected me to have the Water 7 Luffy here, which is on play, Dom -1, discard a 5 cost, and it gains Rush, which is super nice. I'm trying it out in the list, and Joe drops 2 Kayas, which is quite painful here, but he is in a situation where he can't really afford to be taking any more damage. He probably should have blocked the 5k, but he probably thought he was safe, again, seeing as how there's not really many rush cards usually in the Pluffy. But we do see Joe go up, dropping the 2 Kais is like super painful for them in this scenario, especially because like you can see that I have the Kaido here, I have Law Blocker, so that can eat away at his hand a little bit as well. And the Kaido being able to KO a Zeph is really, really painful for him. But either way, he's going to give it a crack. You can see that he does have the Zeph in hand here. So I think that's what he's just thinking about, whether he should go for that. Like, it's difficult because if I Kaido the Zeph immediately, then he has like a big 10k swing coming at him. He's lost the guy, but then he also does get the Miller too, which is, yeah, super valuable still. So yeah, a little bit of a sticky situation because I've just got so much aggression coming at him, and yeah, like we were talking about it, and it's like, the person who topped with Nami, we do see, I can't remember the name of the event actually, I do apologize. It allows you to bounce a 4 cost or lower from either yours or your opponent's field back to hand, which is actually a super nice ability. Usually you use it on like your own Kaya and stuff, but in this situation, he doesn't. Yeah, either way, that's what I was saying. We were talking about like, we don't really understand how the Nami topped what it did. Joe swings 5 with Nami into lead here, and I just stop it with the same Sphinx that he's just seen, because like if it runs into a Pluffy, that's a super hard matchup. Surely like Katakuri is pretty strong against it, especially if they have like the Thunderbolt for the Zeph straight away. A self-damage again here, going straight up to 9, swing 7 at lead. Again, sticking to the mentality of I'm either going to swing 7 or I'm going to swing 5 here. And I have gone up to 9 Don here, so I'm in perfect range for the Kaido. Yeah, I think Nami is kind of bread and butter, and it does kind of play itself a little bit, but I think you need to have a mindset for the deck. Like, you've got to practice a lot to be decent with it. We do see a Love Beam here to stop the 7k, and then we see a Rubber Band here to stop the 5k swing. Trashing a Pilaf with the Rubber Band, and then I hard play a Kaido, and I decide to pass here because he doesn't have anything that I can KO with the Kaido ability, and losing the Don would kind of like hurt my tempo a little bit, especially because I have another Kaido in my hand. And my mindset is if he plays his F, I go into the second Kaido and I get the attacks anyway. And in this matchup, I've practiced it a lot, and it's just about taking your time, like dealing with the Zefs when they come and just taking your time, because you do actually have quite a bit of time against this deck. It's only when it starts getting down to about 10 cards that you really start to panic, especially when they have a huge hand, because at that point, if they do have a big hand, you've kind of lost. So you've just got to keep your foot on the throat. Joe swings 5 with Nami, and I just stop that with a page 1. And we do see a Zeph here, so he mills the top 2 cards. There goes another Kaya, and that's a... I can't remember the name of it. Desert Spada? Maybe. But yeah, we do see the other Kaido come from our hand here when I'm on the 10 Don here. So I've Don -5 and get rid of the Zeph just to make sure I'm not losing to that Zeph Brock. And then I have all perfect numbers here. And 7... I'll probably go 5 with lead, swing an 11 so that it's not an easy stop. I don't know. I think this is a misplay. I swing 6 with my lead. I probably should have swung 11 with one of my Kaidos in case he does have just like a bunch of stuff going on. He does only have 1 done up, so it's not major, but yeah. We see a rubber band here, which allows him to draw a card and trash a card. Swing 10, and he takes it. No trigger, and swing 10 again, and he has to take this one too. Thinking about the trigger from this one, and he does trigger it, which bounces the Rush Luffy back to my hand, which is usually a super nice trigger, but again, I've been trying out a lot of these rushes, and it just so happens to help a ton against Nami, because you're just able to keep up a lot of pressure, especially when they have things now like the Nojiko, which is going to bounce back the 5s or less to their owner's hand to slow down your tempo. Doesn't matter when I'm rushing you. We see a Sanji's Pilaf here. Still, I'd say about 22 cards left in deck or something along the lines of that for Joe on the right, which is not ideal at this state in the gameplay. We see 5 going into lead here, especially when he's facing down 2 Kaidos. I stop that with an ulti, and he passes. So I go up, I'm back up to 7 Don here, because I done -5 with the Kaido. So my mindset here is honestly just now I've already got a board, I don't really need more attacks. I'm just gonna like start swinging out, and eventually he'll run out of resources before that deck gets to 0. Sorry for the camera shake. Again, still working on the equipment point of view. We do see the is this Brickfist, maybe hammer, something like that. It trash a card from your hand, gains it's an additional 2k counter, so it's a 4k counter, and you trash 2 from deck. It's a super good card. And then we see the 2k here as well. I swing for 11 here with the Kaido so that he can't just use the 3-cost one that allows him to gain 6k. I'm going to get 2 cards from him here. There we go. And we're going to see another 1k Zeph here. And then I swing the rest under this. This is another 11. And we do see another one, so he goes to 9, 10, 11, and he's 1k short. And then in this scenario, I'm like, oh, why don't you mill the cards? And then we realize you only can get to it. So I do take the game. Yeah, thanks for watching, and peace. Have a good day.